What's up, vagabonds? So today I scored this pretty sweet little clock. So I'm going to open it up, look and see, make sure there's nothing noticeably broken inside, clean her up a little bit, and then plug her in to see if she works. Stay tuned. Okay, so I haven't really researched this a great deal yet, but I'm guessing she's probably from the 60s. Has these three little screws on the back. So I'm going to take these screws out and just look and just double check and make sure that there's nothing noticeably wrong, like a broken gear or something like that. Because you don't ever want to start something, plug something like this in, if you don't know if there's anything broken, because that could burn the motor up or something. So that's the first thing we want to check out. Okay, so I took the back off, and I'm taking a look inside, and it looks to me like everything is there, and it appears like it will be in working order. I don't know for sure, but you can see how the little mechanism goes up there, and then you can put it in a different hole here. I assume that makes the eyes blink faster or slower. But looking at this, and by the way, I have this sitting on a towel, because since you have this mechanism, you don't ever want to sit that flat on a table, because especially older plastic can break very easily. So I do have this sitting on a towel. But yeah, this looks to me to be pretty complete, and I don't see a glaring reason why it shouldn't work. So that's good news. I'm going to clean up this plate and put it back on, and then we'll clean up some on the front. Okay, so I cleaned up the backing. It cleaned up really well. And by the way, I'm just using regular, like, flushable wipes to clean up this stuff. And Q-tip, and at this point, water. But that's it. I'm not using any solvents or anything like that, especially on old plastic like this. Now I cleaned up the back part, but I do want to look at this. I want to address this. It just looks like dust and stuff that's built up over the years. You might have the thought that you want to use some compressed air or something to blow this out of here, but don't do that, because it can get up into these gears and gunk up the gears. This is mechanical gears, so you don't want to do that. What you're going to do is you're going to grab a trusty Q-tip and a little bit of water, and you're just going to just wipe out that part with a Q-tip. That's all you're going to do to get that gunk all cleaned out of there. And so there's the cleaned out area. Just did that with a damp Q-tip. And then along the sides I just wiped up with the flushable wipe, just to get any dust out of here. It's not really going to affect the running of the clock or anything, but just while it's open, might as well clean it up. Also, this is a good time to check and make sure that your wire connection looks good. It's not frayed. It's not showing any signs of being burned or overheated, which this one's not. This one's in excellent condition. So everything about this clock so far looks great. Okay, so we've got the screws back in, the back is back on, so now let's look at the front. So this just looks to be mostly just dust and dirt from being out on a shelf or maybe in a kitchen. And the important thing, though, about anything like this, something that is older, plastic, and possibly painted, I'm not sure if these numbers might be painted, you want to always go from the least aggressive cleaning solution to the most aggressive cleaning solution that you should use. So in this case, the least aggressive is going to be the washable wipes. So that's going to be the first thing I use, and see how much of this I can get cleaned up. And then I will step up to some Q-tips. We're going to take a go with a wipe first. So I'm just going to wipe on a little area here and see, yeah, that is already coming off so well. All right, so I'm going to clean the rest of this up, and we'll see how she turns out. So she cleaned up beautifully, I must say. All of the little spots came off. I figured it was all just dust and stuff, so everything came off of her. And she's just a clean little kitty now. So all of the dust, all of the little dirt and stuff that was on her came off. So now, the test to find out, does she work? So I'm going to plug her in, and we'll see. She works. Okay, so she does work. Maybe it could use, I mean, obviously this isn't going to move because there's no second hand, and I don't think there ever was a second hand. So that's not going to move, but since the eyes are working, that means that has to be working. So that is awesome. Now, I did do a little bit of research and found out that she is supposed to have a tail, which would go right here and would swing back and forth, kind of like the classic Kit Kat clocks. This is just more of like a mod 50s, early 60s version of that, which I'm actually digging. I like the mod look, and I actually don't really mind the fact that there's not a tail. I think she's pretty cute. So she cleaned up beautifully, and she works. For $10, I'd call that a score. See you tomorrow.